Ball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on. Atlanta Braves. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Showing the slab in today's game, Quinn Priester. What's the word on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders.
Edwards.
Behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays and help you get through the innings.
And we're underway here in the home opener. That one way inside. Ground ball left side. Sends it to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's Mauricio. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Around first and hustling for second. Here comes the throw. And he's in there. It's a first inning double.
Everything came together for him. Good pitch, slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. It's such an easy pitch to pull off of because you're probably thinking fastball down the middle initially.
Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. way inside, gets out of the way. Man at second. And a big swing and a miss.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Ripped to short. Throw on to Olson. 2 away. And now here is Kyle Stowers. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Atlanta, and on the mound today, Logan Webb. And Siggy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Stepping in, Elly De La Cruz. On the ground to third. Sends it across to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Jake McCarthy will hit next.
Ball. Ball 2.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Check swing, but he went too far. Going to count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Hit in the air, center field. And that is that. New inning getting started. And now for the Marlins, Mookie Betts.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
1 away. Hunter Goodman, the next up for the Marlins. Yeah, that's fouled off. Priester, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of. Hard hit, knocks it down. Handles, throws to first.
You're out.
Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out. And up next for Miami, Alec Burleson.
The skipper rushed to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out.
And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Swing, and it's popped straight up. 1 down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Albies hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he's a native of Curacao. Second inning here, no score. The 1-1 is fouled off. To the right side. The tag, and he's out. Drake Baldwin getting ready to hit.
Yeah.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now, Michael Harris II. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He will score, and the Braves take the lead.
Back-to-back base hits pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Ball one.
Josh Young in now. Takes ball one off the plate. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. This to third, Chisholm. That is the inning. Back at Truist Park. Now here's the Marlins DH, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Gurriel gets a piece.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Albies in plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And now the center fielder, Eli White.
Ball.
Bunting for a hit. Throw on to Olsen. And the bunt attempt doesn't work out. Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Tapped softly on the ground. Over to first.
You're out.
And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Zach McKinstry. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. White on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Elly De La Cruz. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Hey!
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 away. And next for Atlanta, Jake McCarthy. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Betts has a beat on it. And that's the inning. Foul ball there. And now the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Here's the 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's 0 for 1. Line drive. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
Next to hit, Kyle Stowers.
Ball. Up. Ball. Ball
Just
3.
missed.
And you got to wonder, with first base open, 1 out, is he going to get a pitch to hit?
This one in the air, center field. Harris should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Was able to move the runner up to third on that deep fly to center, but I think at this point he wants to get him over and get him in.
That one the other way. Makes the catch. Inning over. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. That
Ball.
just misses. No. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
On the ground to third. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Line drive. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Albies in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
That's a ball.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's
Ball.
off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 3-run shot. Next to him, Drake Baldwin. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Slapped foul.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That
Ball.
misses, and the count is 1-1. That one fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
1 away. So up next, Michael Harris II. He doubled home a run in his first AB. Ball 1 there.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Right side. Got him.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And that one hammered. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
McKinstry up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Hunter Goodman. Swing and he breaks his bat. Throws to first in time. One pitch and one out. Alec Burleson, the next up for the Marlins. Flied to right his first time. Line drive, base hit down the line. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Marlins.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Rolled out to second in his first at bat.
Ball.
That one's in there. Strike one.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swing and a miss. Man at first, one away. Stays alive. That's
Ball
outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one ripped. And it'll be runners at second and third, only 1 away.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
At the plate, Eli White. So the lineup flips over, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Ball.
The Marlins trying to get back into this one, and we're at the top of the fifth.
Ball 2.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
2 outs, bases full. Mauricio Dubon digs in now, 1 for 2. And a weak ground ball to the left side. And it goes just foul. That's to third. McKinstry throws to first, out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Elly De La Cruz. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the fifth.
This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
And the batter now, Jake McCarthy. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. High fly ball, right field. Betts under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot.
Acuna Jr.
No.
Runner on to third, one gone. And that one fouled off. Laser to the gap should score the run. That one carrying, and it's off the wall. He pulls into second as a run scores.
Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 106. Was the exit velocity, and at that speed it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Here's Matt Olson in the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. He sends it out of here, and they add to the lead. It's 7-0. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Just off the inside corner, ball 2. In the air, right field. Betts moving under it. 2 away now. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. He is singled and he is flied to left. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. Hard hit left side. Slings to first. That's out number 3.
Big shot, big shot. Run around town, got the big rock. Put them boys with the toys when the whip side. And when the smoke clear, got the stick side. You gotta know that this side mine. Not before the woman fire like it's my side job. Act foul with the fellas in your peace signs. Gotta shoot 6 from the trigger like a big shot by.
All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Marlins finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
The 0-2.
Ball, no.
Got it. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Kyle Stowers, the next to hit.
Ball.
The Fish with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 7-1. One down. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. On the ground to the left. Zips it across, and there are 2 outs. Hunter Goodman, the next up for the Marlins. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 1.
Here's a 1-2. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now a chance for Alec Burleson. Swing and a high fly ball to left. McCarthy settles under this one, and that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And a foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball 1.
Play. Here's Josh Young.
For the Braves, designated hitter, Josh Young.
This one in the air, center field. White under it. 2 down. Zach McKinstry next up for the Braves.
Third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Outside. And the count 1-2.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Bunts it in the air. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the third out. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Elly De La Cruz. Swing, and that ball smashed on the line. And foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. And he's into second with nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just missed out on a home run right there.
Now on the bump, Ryan Hoey.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Base hit! Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Acuna now.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Ball, no.
Out towards right center field. Betts under this one. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Here's Matt Olson down.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So first and second with one gone. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one is absolutely belted. Off the base of the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. Betts quickly gets it back in. Runner holds it third, so just one across on the play.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now the catcher up to hit, Drake Baldwin. And that one hammered and foul ball. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Hard liner. Reaching for it and brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. High fly ball out to center field. White settles under it. And that is that. Back at Truist Park, ready to begin the 8th. Mauricio Dubon getting ready to hit.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches, even when he's running a little low in the tank.
Popped up. Albies gets under it, and there's one down. Now the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 3.
Now pitching.
The left-hander on now, Jacob Latz. He's into the game with the bases empty. This one in the air, center field. Harris settles underneath it. And there's 2 away. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. He's already homered in this game.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
Latz, 29 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2017. Way out front for strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
In the air, center field. And that is that. Bottom of the 8th. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Josh Young. And first offering is fouled off. That's out to center field. White takes it in for the out. And there's one away. So digging in, Zach McKinstry. 0 for 3 in this one.
McKinstry.
That one is gone. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 11-1.